Welcome to President Talk. So I've got a special guest here today, John Bunting, the CEO of Smith's News. Welcome, John.
Thank you.
So, John, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm, as Stuart said, I'm John Bunting. I'm the CEO of Smith's News. I've been with the business now for 27 years, having joined as a graduate. I've undertaken most roles in the organisation. So, the news and magazine industry is absolutely in my blood.
Absolutely, I agree with that. So, John's up here obviously today. So what I also want to talk about is obviously the variant in India that's obviously made a massive impact in India, but also with the call centre out in India. What's happening there, how they're performing, and what you're doing to support them? That's
a really good question. So, I think we all recognise that, we've had our challenges here in the UK with COVID, but if we compare it to what's happening in India, then I think we can count ourselves incredibly lucky that we've got the NHS and the support structure that we've got here. What's happening with our colleagues in India is they are working from home, so they're not working from the office because of the COVID variant. Actually, we're very fortunate. The technology that works now means that our service levels have not dipped at all. We've also tried to help our colleagues over there by creating a hardship fund to ensure that if people are experiencing real difficulties and they work for us over there, then we can support them financially with that in the same way we've done that for all of our colleagues in the UK as well. And Tech Mahindra, so the company that employs them in India, they're using the offices now to provide vaccinations for their colleagues, so that over time we expect to get colleagues back into the office when it's safe for them to do so. But our first priority has to be their safety, and I'm pleased to say that that's what Tech Mahindra are doing. And importantly, our service levels are being maintained and in some cases improving. So there's no concerns from a service perspective, but clearly we want from a humanitarian perspective to make sure that we're doing the right thing, and so are Tech M. That's
brilliant. So it's really important, I guess, that we know now that Smiths are looking after the personnel that are in India. Yeah. They're not just abandoning them there, they're actually looking after them and providing them with support. That's great. So the last question I've got for you, John, before I let you go on your way, is how do you feel about the relationship with the NFRN?
I think our relationship has never been stronger. I've been in this kind of commercial space for probably 20 years of my career. And I've seen the relationship ebb and flow, but it's absolutely its strongest now. I think that's largely thanks to the approach that you've brought to it, actually, Stuart, without wanting to embarrass you, and Munty, and more recently Jason. So we now have a collaborative relationship where we talk openly with each other about the good things that we do and the bad things that we do, and we try and put plans in place to correct them. And for me, that is the future of our relationship. I think the days of the NFRN acting like a trade union and kind of beating people up, but not getting much output from that, are gone. And certainly from our perspective, we listen far more now than we've ever listened to the NFRN because of the approach you take. And you've seen some of that in things like our decision to freeze carriage service charges, which I know was something that you were keen that we did. You've also talked to us about the fact that, one of the areas that your members get frustrated over is claims recharges. And therefore, we've invested both in technology to make our packing more accurate, both for magazines, and actually we're just about to invest more in newspapers. But also we've changed the process so that it's not the process it used to be. And I'm sure your members are aware of that. So from our perspective, we'll continue to work in partnership with you guys. And I can only say that what's happened with COVID over the last 12 to 18 months has just accelerated that in some ways, because what our independent customers have done, and if I'm honest, all of my colleagues in our warehouses and the drivers, is absolutely demonstrate what a brilliant supply chain the News and Magazine one is. And we've got more sales coming through our independent customers now. Home news delivery has never been more important. And it's made us reflect as an organisation about what do we need to do to make selling newspapers and magazines even easier for our independent customers. We call it internally, how do we make it frictionless, so that you can absolutely trade the categories profitably as you possibly can, but not at the distraction of other things you're trying to achieve in your business. So from our perspective, we're very grateful for your support, but also we intend to keep investing in our business to make sure that you can make money from news and magazines.
Okay, that's great. So you heard it from John, who's the CEO of Smiths, that basically said he wants to work with the NFR, and not now, but in the future. We've changed that direction very much so. So again, stay safe. Look forward to speaking to you very soon. Thank you.